bald head, poor cleaning methods, and detective spoilers. See these and other silly reasons for a divorce in our new video. Today, we won't take into account the most common reasons for divorce, but we will focus only on the most interesting and extraordinary cases. And of course, we will give out a few Darwin Awards to the most creative couples. Surprise in a bed. This story is from Egypt. The story happens when one older, local archaeologist decided to get married to a woman. And it shows us that this decision was completely wrong. As usual, after the wedding, the couple had their first wedding night, and it turned out to be the last in their life. During lovemaking, the unlucky archaeologist grabbed his wife's hair, and it suddenly stayed in his hand. It appeared that she was bald. The man was so scared that he sued for divorce the next day. It's a true lesson for us. Always get to know each other before getting married. Don't rush, and be careful. It would help you to prevent such situations when your partner pretends to be someone else. Online dating. This couple from Bosnia got divorced even though they had perfect compatibility. But why did they get divorced then? We will tell you the whole story from the beginning. And sometime after the wedding, their relationship started to become routine. They both started thinking about another partner. Modern problems require modern solutions, so they decided to monitor dating websites. They believed that it was the best place to find the passion they lost for one another. Then, they both found perfect partners. Over time, they decided to meet their new partners in real life. As you might have already guessed, it turned out that they were communicating with each other the entire time. Online dating has shown them that their relationship was not as hopeless as it seemed to be. But of course, bitterness remained after this whole story. And soon, the Prince of Happiness and the Sweetie, as they were named on the website, broke up. But history knows cases where such experiments help people save relationships. An almost identical incident occurred a couple of years ago in China. But here, a couple realized they couldn't live without each other, so they stopped looking for other partners. P.S. Hey you, come on and subscribe. Spoilers are evil. Frankly saying, each of us have habits and characteristics that irritate other people. But sometimes a partner simply cannot stand the habits of his or her spouse. Such a story happens with the American Danielson's family. The wife really liked to read detective stories, and her husband hated criminal storybooks and believed that reading these books were stupid. Mr. Danielson had an aim to stop his spouse from reading foolish literature. So the man came up with a sneaky plan. He started to look at which particular books she began to read, and after that, he bought the same book and made his denouncement. Then, he was revealing the secret by writing it on her book. It even sounds cruel. This moral execution continued for 3 long years until the woman's patience ended. She filed for divorce, and a court fully satisfied her demand and accused Mr. Danielson of cruelty. We are in total agreement with the court, and the insidious, super villainous plan of the detective hater deserves the Darwin Award. Don't hurt the feeling of fans. Often, people love their famous stars blindly. They believe that if a person is talented in one sphere, they should be talented in every field. But this is not true. Take Jennifer Lopez, for example. She's a very successful singer and has made a lot of top hits from the top charts. She also had roles in films, but they were not successful enough to make her a famous actress. Almost every movie with her in it was a failure. Critics shamed the acting of Lopez, and she even got a Golden Raspberry in the nomination for the worst role she played in Giggly. Therefore, it's not a surprise that only her fans have watched her films. Other people would surely not. Such a story happened to an ordinary American family. The wife was a big fan of Jenny's work and forced her husband to watch a movie with her. As you already know, the film wasn't good, and so bad that the man made some negative comments towards Lopez. Of course, it made his wife very angry. She was very rude to him that night, but the story doesn't end here. After that, she went outside and set fire to their garage. The story ended with a quick divorce. The woman also lost the arson lawsuit to her husband. Do you think that J-Lo is simply obligated to financially help her defender? Family life vandalism. The British are known worldwide for their football love, and the Ultras Foggy Albion organizations are especially fanatical toward their favorite teams. But even within this football society, we can find unique ones that stand out from the rest, and Neil Deward belongs to them. The guy collected autographs of his favorite players on a t-shirt all of his life. The t-shirt became his main value in life, pushing his wife into second place. It was to be expected that at some point his wife would get tired of it. She decided to get rid of the annoying husband's artifact by washing it. Perhaps the woman expected that after that, he would become more attentive to her, but the plan failed. Stewart was so angry with his wife's act that he filed for divorce and got it. Do not forget about the importance of football in English society. Of course, these funny stories are not the only ones. There are a lot of them around the world. Human imagination, like stupidity, sometimes knows no bounds. But we tried to find the most interesting examples of divorces for you. And today, these stories were nominated for our Darwin Award. Subscribe to our channel. There are many interesting things ahead. Write down in the comments which story struck you more than the rest. Don't forget to click like and hit the bell icon. See you soon.